What's up, Bookish babes? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over our August and September reading wrap up. I didn't get to my August one because I think I only read like 3 to 4 books in the month of August because I was so focused in on Quasim's books, y'all. I just miss them so much. I can't wait for Goon to come out. And hopefully it comes out this month because something I seen somewhere on TikTok where Jahquel J was like Goontober. So hopefully the book comes out this month because that would be an amazing birthday gift. So yeah, like I said, I read a total like 3 or 4 books. They was all on my Kindle because, well, no, 2 was on my Kindle. But either way, we're going to rapid fire through each of these so that we can go ahead and get it out the way. So we're going to start with the 3 I read in the month of August, which was Quasim 1 and Quasim 2. Y'all, I feel like I can't even express enough as how much I love the Delgado and the Inferno God series. Like, these men, the women, like, and it's crazy that everybody in the book that you run across in the book, you want to know more about each character. Like, from Capone, you want to know about Capadonna and his backstory as to why he ended up in jail and how everything happened with that. And then you meet Capri, or you meet Capri and Capone, but then you want to know about Capri's story with her and her trifling baby husband Naheem. Y'all, I did not like that man. Like, the fact that, like, I don't, it's just that, how can I explain it? It's just the things that he did in Capadonna and Capone books that, like, you get like snippets of everything that he kind of did and said to her in those books, but when you get to her book, you learn more. You learn more about all the crazy things he was doing in the back end and everything that she had to deal with that she never said anything to anyone about, and she kind of was like dealing with all of this on her own in silent. And the way her mom ended up treating her behind this man without even knowing like the true backstory to everything, and the wedge it drew between them two, y'all. And then here comes Quasimir. That man, the way that man loved that girl and the way that she loved him, like, it was just unmatched. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, I feel like they're my favorite couple out the book and, well, out the series. Like, I absolutely love them. Like, I don't know, y'all. It's just, if you're doing like the Glocktober thing on TikTok, then most definitely you need to read the Delgado Inferno series because maybe them men stayed scrapped, the women stayed scrapped. They stayed with a shootout on the highway. Like, it was always something. It was so good. Like, once you pick up the first book, you're gonna have to see it through. Like, you're gonna want to see it through. It ain't that you're gonna have to. You're gonna want to see it through. Like, yeah, I love those. I gave each of those book a 5 star, y'all. I'm obsessed with these people. Like, I just can't wait for the series to keep going on and on and on. And you like it, and her worlds intertwine so much to the point where all the people that I've read about all the people that I've currently read about, like, they're entwined into the Delgado and Inferno God series so much. Like, you see Star and I forgot his name. You see her and her husband from the Staten Island love story. You see Menace from 10,000 Hours to a Wrench Menace. You see Dawn from Don Caselli. Like, you see each of these people and these characters from each of her different worlds kind of mingled together. And, like, I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, it's like a big old happy family. After I read Quasim 2, I actually dove into Love Unwritten because, like I told y'all, Love Arraigned was coming out. So I wanted to go ahead and get through this one. This one's about Raphael and Ellie. Ellie is the nanny for Raphael's son, and I think Raphael is the cousin to the guy in book Julian. I think his name is Julian in book 1, Love Redesigned. Yeah, he's the cousin to Julian in Love Redesigned, y'all. And the trauma that each of these characters went through on their own in their childhood, and it was crazy, y'all. Like, I never understood. I just don't get bad parents. Like, I honestly don't get bad parents. Like, but yeah, I gave this book a 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I love the son. I love Ellie and Raphael relationship. So that's all I can say about that one. And then after I read that, I dove into Quasim 3, y'all. I'm just so happy at the ending of that series. Like, that series wrapped up so wonderfully, beautifully, spectacularly. Like, I love Blair and Quasim. Like, I was just so happy that they finally got it together. Like, that was my main thing. Like, them finally getting it together, because all the riffraff and, yes, I said riffraff, all the riffraff that they was going through, and the back and forth, and the I want her, I don't want her, I want her, I don't want her, like, I want her but nobody can have her, but she want to move on, and I'm allow her, but then again, like, it was just a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot for me. So I was like, yeah, Blair, my girl, you might need to just chop this up and just say, yeah, no, thank you, goodbye. But I'm glad she didn't, because watching them love on each other, and oh my God, that baby, the little boy, I forgot the little boy name. That baby went through a lot at a young age. Like, he was the neighbor son. She was on drugs, but that baby went through so much trauma, y'all. That baby went through so much trauma. Like, it had me on the verge of tears when I found out everything he went through, and it was crazy. Like, 5 stars. I gave that book a 5 stars. Now we're gonna dive into what I read in September, y'all. Now, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I've seen a lot of people talk. Well, first of all, I absolutely love Kimberly Brown. Let's go ahead and get that out there. That lady, I love her books. I love everything she writes. Everything, like, absolutely love. So I seen people was talking about her Deuce. I think it's Delala. Y'all know I'm bad at last name. The Dellinger Chronicles, and I read Deuce. I heard a lot of people talk about that, like that was a new series. So I dove into Deuce. I don't think I found myself reading this. I think I just read it in the background. The first book I read in September, I kind of read it in the background. Not even gonna lie, I enjoyed it. What did I give this book? I gave this book a 4 star. It's about, I don't even know how to say that girl name. Okay, so it's about this girl who was going through a hard time. Like, she's very hardworking, driven, and she ends up getting laid off at her job, and she started a job at this nightclub, where on her first night, Deuce and his people come in and shoot the club up because of some underhanded some crazy stuff going on in the club. And he comes in and they shoot the club up on her first night. It was so good. Like, I absolutely love Deuce. And then you get to see his brothers in the background. His sister. Like, you get to see their family in the background to the point where it was so good. I gave the book 4 stars. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to read. I think it's Maceo. I think that's how you say his name, Maceo. I can't wait to read his book. It's Maceo, Smoke, and Jada. Yeah, Maceo, Smoke, and Jada are the books that are out now. I believe it's another sister. It's another sister. Because it was 2 girls and the rest of the other boy. Okay, yeah, so it's another sister. I don't remember her name, but absolutely love that book so far. Can't wait to dive into Mateo. So Maceo. Well, I keep calling him Mateo. Maceo. I can't wait to dive into Maceo to get his backstory. And then, y'all, I was like, I need a quick little palate cleanser, and I read, maybe not by Colleen Hoover. I think the first book in this is Maybe Someday. Yeah, I think is it Maybe Someday? I gave it a 3-star. Let's just go get that out the way. Yeah, Maybe Someday. That's the first book. Maybe Someday. And I gave it a 3 stars. Like, it was just like a quick little palate cleanser, baby. That thing was filled with nothing but them punching. Child. Moving on. It was moving on. And then the next book I read was Dear Reader by Tate James, y'all. 4.75. I enjoyed this book. It's about this secret society called the Devil Backbone. This girl mom ends up marrying this guy that she's her manager, her boss, her old boss. He ended up getting married to that when dang, my brain. It is 12 o'clock, but her mom ends up marrying her boss. Now her boss has a son, which is now her stepbrother, and he is a-hole. He's a full-blown a-hole. And whether he get better or not in the next 2 books, because it's Watch Your Back and You're Next. Whether he get better in those 2 books, I don't know yet because I haven't started those. Y'all, this man, like, it was just so much going on. Like, she was recruited into this secret society, and the amount of crazy wild parties, kidnappings, people being hanging from a flagpole naked and don't know how they got there. Like, it was a lot. Child, the friends, the freaky thing she was doing with the friends, like, not just, I said friends, with an S. Like, it, child, 4 point, I loved it. I see the hype behind it. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to dive into the next 2 books. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. After reading that, I then read Done Caselli, y'all, because one, I think the sister, not Zoya. I can't wait the Zoya book come out, but Goon and Zoya book come out, but the sister, her book's coming out next. I can't remember her name because she's just she plays the back role so good that, like, you don't really cure or know anything much about her, but Dunn is I want to say the second. Oh, he's the third born, because I don't know, maybe he's the baby. I feel like Dunn is the baby, but he ends up going to school for tech, and he's working for the business for Menace, the case house, where they basically an upscale SEX club, and a lot goes on in the background with him. Like, y'all, I can't even really explain Dunn Caselli book, but I gave it a 4.5 stars. I really love Dunn. He's funny. Him and Kennedy and child, Kennedy fumbled bad, real bad. She fumbled real bad. No, I gave Dunn Caselli a 5 stars. Look at me. Child. Anyways, I gave it a 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, y'all. If y'all haven't read anything by Jahquel J, read it, because I'm telling y'all, I'm addicted to this lady work. Like, honest to God, she put crack on the paper. That's the only reason I can see. Then I read Wind It Back. I finally read Rio and Haley's book, y'all. They were neighbors when they were shot younger. Something happened and they stopped talking for 6 years, and then Haley moved next door to Rio, and she decided, she ends up designing his house, renovating his house, y'all. When I read this book, I was like, I hope whatever the reason for them not talking was something valid. It was, because, child, I don't even want to say. 4.75 stars, y'all. I love Rio. I love Holly. I love their story. Like, I feel like we should have got more of Rio personality in this book, and not just trauma dumping, I guess you could say. But I really enjoyed that book. I just hate that this came to an end. Then I read Fall I Want. It's basically about this girl who lives in this town called Cozy Creek, where she works at this coffee shop, and she's been having these dreams, like these very specific dreams about this man, and they call him Mr. Dreamy, I think. And one day, the man that she was dreaming about walks into the coffee shop, and it goes from there, y'all. That's basically the book. It goes from there. I enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 3.75, 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. So far, so good. I can't even complain. But yeah. Then I read The Six Scorched Roses. I read that. It's a novella in between the Serpents and Wings of Nights and the Ashes of the Star-Cursed King. It's a novella in between there. It's basically about this girl who lives in this town that is riddled with illness, and she's trying to find a cure to save her sister's life. And her life, well, her sister's life basically, because she is basically, she was born to die, basically. So she made a deal with the vampire guy, and if she can get some of his blood, she'll give him a rose every time they meet. So that's basically what the novella is about. I gave it a 3 star. It was, it was mid. Then, before I dove into the Ashes in the Star-Cursed King, I read Moth to the Flame by Ashley Antoinette. Now, this book was so freaking good. Like, I gave this book a 4 stars. Like, it's basically about this girl. Dang. I can't even remember what the book was about. It was so good to the point where I don't even remember the book about. But, oh, yes, I do. Yeah, my brain. Like I said, 12 o'clock. Okay, so it's this girl. She was born in this rich family, and she's wanted to be this, like, for some reason, they kind of glorified being wifey instead of, like, I don't know. But she ends up meeting this gangster drug dealer guy, and he was plotting on her daddy the whole time. She ends up dating him. He ends up like beating her, like being very violent, domestic, well, physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, the things that a girl went through was crazy. Like, it's just unspeakable things she went through. And her dad had this man, what was his name? Zane? What the man name was? Moth? No. What was his name? Ethic, because he got a book. His name is Ethic. And child, just read it. Like, it's just so good. 4 stars. My camera's about to go dead. Then, last but not least, I read The Ashes in the Star-Cursed King, y'all. I got a book of 4 stars. When you're reading that, make sure you read it together. Anyways, like I was saying before my camera rudely cut off on me, I was reading my last book of September was The Ashes in the Star-Cursed King. When reading this, I feel like it hit better if you read it. Well, it hit more if you read it right after you read The Serpent and the Wing of the Night. I think I read that book like a year or 2 years ago, so I quite frankly didn't remember anything that was going on in it. So I ended up giving this book a 4 star, and I feel like it would have been a little higher if I had read it right after I read that one. But those are all the books that I read in the month of August and September. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. High volume. Am I really that?